Lattes are afternoon drinks.
No, they're not.
Lattes are morning things.
Cappuccinos are morning. Lattes
No.
are afternoon.
Right, man, talk us through what's going on
You're
here.
an infant in the
So-
coffee game.
This is the first bit of professional coffee that I've been made in a serious amount of time. And we're just having this argument on whether lattes or cappuccinos are morning drinks. I believe that cappuccinos are morning, and these guys believe that lattes are morning.
Well, I think that they could be both, like both cappuccino and latte could be morning, but I prefer latte.
Keith.
It's a furious
Oh, you
debate.
big guy.
Yeah,
But
raging
have a
on.
look at this. Oh, Keith, good morning, my friend.
Morning, how's it going? You can really see it's an event, can't you? the whole of uni here in one frame.
How good is this?
Help me believe that the stories that I know for myself are not lies.
I thought I'd give a bit of my thoughts, as this is episode 3, 4 or 5 probably of The Wild Twist. And my verse today comes from Mark 9, and it's when a man comes up and asks if Jesus can heal his son, and he says to Jesus, "If you can." And he says, "If I can, of course I can." And so in response to that, the man says, "I believe, heal my unbelief." It sounds like a contradiction, but it is so true in all of our lives that there's stuff which we find easy for Jesus to come into and for him to move in those areas. And there are areas and there are parts of our lives which we struggle with. Maybe because we feel that our own plans are better, or maybe because we don't feel like God would want to move in those areas. And I think it's important to remember that God is both the creator of everything we're planning on doing. Whether it be filmmaking, like I plan on doing, or cricket, like Simon does. And the Lord moves in all of these areas, and the Lord is the creator of all of these things. So, both a challenge to say what areas are we not committing to the Father and giving over to Him, but also an exciting idea of maybe a future journey is that we don't have to limit what God is capable of achieving in our lives and limit the ways in which He can move, and that is so exciting.
I think these yellow.
Yellow.
Whoa,
Yellow?
Yellow. These yellow flowers.
That's how people in Papua New Guinea speak, isn't it?
You're gonna be laughing in like 5 years' time when Nora's in Papua New Guinea saying yellow.
It's now on video. Joshy, what got you into filming?
No idea. I have no idea, bro. Man, what got me into filming?
George.
Probably actually George. to be dead frank, it was probably George. He bought some incredible camera equipment, and just being a guy and looking at technology, I thought, flipping heck, I want some of that.
Probably a drone, isn't it?
There was a drone, so I started buying that and this and the next. Before I know it, I had all this camera kit just from coveting his, and I thought, flipping heck, I may as well use it.
Might as well make it up.
May as well use it. I think that's actually how it happened.
Just buy it.
Wow, well, I wasn't expecting that.
You see,
Instead of Windows Media Player, you had to pay for subscription.
Premiere Pro.
and I got everything like what George had, just like the one down version. So I got the same microphone, the same camera, but just one down.
Didn't you have Didn't you have a talk? You went where you and Harry, maybe the three of you, and someone said that you were going to be a photographer or something.
Hey, yeah,
Oh,
you got prophesied.
Flipping someone.
At Todd White.
So I was checking out a camera.
Should have said anything.
So actually, that's
George
actually
did it,
a flipping good story. I was checking out a camera. It's this camera. Have a good look at that. I love her. You know, I was looking at her for like 2 months. Every night while I worked in the library, I was like, oh, I should get it. Should I get it? Shouldn't I? It's like, George has such nice cameras. I want one. Anyway, so I was looking at her. And I went to this conference in London where this bloke was talking about Jesus. And some girl walked up to me out of the crowd. I don't even know who she was. Never laid eyes on her before. And she said, you. And I said, you? Me? I'm like, yeah, okay. And she said, I've got a word for you. So I said, go for it. I want to hear your word. And she said, I saw you holding a camera, and I feel like God's just saying to you, go for it. And your pictures are going to glorify Him. People are going to see Him in your pictures. And I was like, what the heck? So I've been looking at a camera for 2 months. The only 2 months in my life I'd ever looked at a camera. And some lady I don't even know out of the blue says, hey you, I see you holding a camera. I hear God just saying, go for it. So then I went for it. I blew all my, that was all I needed. That was all I needed. And I just started stockpiling gear like a squirrel going into hibernation.